Hi friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. I first experienced this style of pillowcase at hotels. You know, it's those pillowcases where you shove the pillow in and there's an inner flap inside that tucks over the pillow, and then you have the outer edge over it. Those hotel pillowcases ensure that that pillow stays in the case. There's no slip sliding around at all within that pillowcase. Now, if you like a looser pillowcase, just add another inch or so to my measurements. If you like it really super snug, then take the inches off of my measurements. I'm going to share with you how to make these really pretty magic hotel pillowcases. Enough talking already. Let's get busy. I'm going to measure my pillow so that you have a reference to go from. I'm measuring from the side to the other side. I'm not going underneath the pillow at all. I'm just going up to the side. Mine measures approximately 27 inches across. It's measuring approximately 18 inches this way. So we have 18 inches by 27 inches. I'm going to write my measurements down. I tend to forget numbers. Add an inch to each of those numbers. Now you're going to take the number that's across, which mine is now 28 inches, and you're going to double that. Doubling mine makes it 56 inches long. Take that 56 inches and add another 6.5 inches. Adding that extra 6.5 inches gives my total 62.5 inches. Go back to the 19-inch measurement. That is going to be how wide your fabric needs to be when you cut it. The 62.5-inch measurement is going to be one big long piece of fabric, 62.5 inches. For the pretty part of our pillowcase, you will need to cut one piece at 9 inches by 22 inches. I want you to take that pretty piece of fabric, the 9-inch by 22-inch piece, and I want you to fold it in half with wrong sides together. I want you to put a hot press memory crease right along the top of that. This is that big long piece of fabric. I want you to take one of the ends and I want you to fold it in wrong sides together. You're going to fold that one side in wrong sides together at approximately 6 3/4 inches and put another hot press memory crease right there. Now you're going to unfold that same end. I want you to fold in a 1/2 inch and give it a hot press. And then I want you to take that fold and fold it yet again a 1/2 inch. You're going to take this one end and you're going to sew a top stitch all the way down, making that 1/2 inch hem secure. A decorative stitch would be really nice along this edge. Even though it's going to be hidden, you'll see it when you go to change the pillowcase. What I've done is just zigzag all across there, securing that hem in nicely. Now it's time to work on the other end. We can tell which side is right side out by whichever way that we put the hem. Now you want to make sure that this is right side up. Since this is the right side of the fabric and we're going to attach this, you want to make sure that whichever side you have facing out is the one that you're going to want to look at the most. If it's a real busy print or if it has certain prints on either side, I'm going to like this side more because this has the tips of the stars on my fabric. I know that I want this side showing as opposed to this side. So I'm going to face that side toward me. I'm going to take this piece, is right side up, remember, and I'm going to lay the wrong side of it on this piece. And I'm just going to lift it up, just like so. Pop a couple pins in. Now we're just going to fold this and kind of roll it up. So it's all rolled up like that. Then you're going to take this piece right here and you're going to lift that like that to meet this edge right here. Lift up, take the pin out, and then pin all 3 layers together. Come over here and you're going to do the same thing. Everything is encased within this tube. Now we're going to take it to the sewing machine and we're going to sew 1/4 inch all the way down. Now we have this tube that's left. All you're going to do is grab somewhere in the center and just pull it out. Now you're going to just press and make sure that everything is nice and not wrinkled. Making sure that you are pressing this edge down really good to the sewing machine and sew a top stitch right along there, making nice and neat work. Now we're going to trim up these edges. Now lay your fabric wrong side up. And again, you know it's wrong side up from where your hem is. Then you're going to take the hem side and fold that in. Remember, we made that memory crease earlier, and that is exactly where you're going to fold it, is right on that memory crease. Now you're going to take the pretty side and you're going to lift that up to meet this area right here. You want these two to be flush along the edge. So you want them to match up perfectly. And then just spread everything out nice so that everything lays nice and flat. Take your pins and pin all along the edge. Now you're going to turn it to the other side and pin these edges together. Now it's time to take it to the sewing machine. We're going to sew 1/4 inch all along that edge, stop and back stitch, turn it around this side, and we are going to sew 1/4 inch all the way down this edge as well. Since this is a French seam, I want to make sure that all these straggling threads are cut off, because those will show within the French seam if we don't do that. We'll also ensure that there's less bulk in the end within the seam. Now you're going to turn it inside out and just put your hands in there and grab the corners and pull it out. So now you should be looking at this cuff here, and that's exactly what we want. You're going to push out all of the bulk toward the edge here. I like to pop some pins in too, because that will help hold that. Now we're going to take it to the sewing machine, and what I do is sew a little bit more than 1/4 inch on all of my pillowcases. That will ensure that that 1/4 inch that we first sewed will be encased all along the edges. Once that seam is all sewn on both sides, then you're going to turn it back right side out. Once you get your pillow in there, lift this flap up and push the corner up into the flap. And this corner too. You can see here, this pillow is nice and snug in here. There's that right there. And now watch. This pillow is not coming out for nothing, no matter how much I joggle it around. What do you think of this darling pillowcase? Do you think that you'll make one? I really do love the way that they turned out. Don't forget to email me the secret word within 3 days of the airing of this video. I'm going to post the rules to the giveaway here in a second. There they are. They're also in my information box just below this video. Give it a read. After you send me that email, come right back and click the video that's on the screen right now so we can keep learning together. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care.